Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time, it's that time, it's that time. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Anime Unlock under the Spartan AQ Network, collaborating with CBN Tech Talk. And I'm one of your co-hosts, Blackheart CBN Tech Talk, also known as Bear Paul, also known as Black David. And we have my consistent, reliable, highly reliable co-host, Wally, up in
What's going
here.
on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on?
Uh, Today is going to be a very, very serious, interesting conversation. We already know already it may be controversial, which I'm not trying to
As
make it
always,
controversial, but we want to
as
do
always.
it.
Yes, exactly. See him laughing? He's already
Okay,
ready to do some
maybe,
shenanigans. He's already
maybe,
ready. My shotgun is on lock
maybe
for
I do
you.
make, maybe I do make it.
I'm
Maybe that
so
do
ready
make it
for this.
controversial, but let's be honest though. Let's be honest here. On this show, we do what we do best. We dissect and we be our honest, unfiltered opinion or criticism of certain anime franchise. Either it did well, either it fell short, either it not dropped the ball like we did with we did Gungrave. But it had to make sense. This one I never knew that we were going to do this type of topic of one particular main character, the protagonist of a particular franchise called Naruto Uzumaki. Now, this anime from Naruto Shippuden, but what did Naruto Shippuden for? It started at Naruto first. It had 220 episodes for the first main franchise with multiple seasons. It was great. It went from Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. When he got older, he got grown. He about to feel himself. He about to say, you know what, this is what it is. Then later on, the guy is the dad. He got two kids. He adopt one. He the Hokage. He finally made it. But there's something about this individual himself all the way through. You start to wonder: is he a legend? Is he a myth? Is he controversial? Is he conflicting? Is he a hypocrite? Who knows? That's the thing because this is something that we have been trying to find out for the longest. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna put up the presentation up, right? While we have total control of this, because this has been, I would say, since the area of Naruto all the way to Naruto Shippuden then Boruto, we have heard so many debate about a particular character, right? Is he relatable? Is he contradicting? Is he a simp?
Ladies and gentlemen, I like to sit here and say
Hey,
this.
hey, hey,
I'm not in
hey,
disagreement.
hey.
He was
I'm
definitely a sip. We will talk about that later. He was a sip. He was only a sip for only one season. He was only a sip for what this only for the Naruto part. After Shippuden, he was that guy. After the fact,
oh
but
God.
yes, he was definitely a sip. He was definitely a sip.
Yet, yet he got a shotgun unlock for me.
Hey. I did
I'm
not
just
defend. I told that to be true because that was definitely the truth. He was definitely a sip. Look,
I know. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you. This is why I like this show because we can be our authentic self, but we can be straight up real here. I'm not gonna lie. I love Naruto. I love Naruto. I love Naruto Shippuden. I love Boruto. But let's be real. The level of
Baruto.
comedy was in
I
this
got some
show.
heat for Baruto. I got some
We'll
good
have a
heat.
show for his son. We will have some for his son later on. but this guy that made the protagonist of the show today. Because let's be
Pretty
real,
much Naruto and Shippuden. Okay.
there was some there was some comedy they put in the anime too. It was kind of like I was
A
like,
whole lot of
Lord,
comedy.
you know you're over. It got to the point where I wasn't sure if the guy was a sim or he was an extreme perv. But then again, it's not his fault. But again, we cannot blame it on him. Yeah, blame on the upbringing. Who was his mentor? Who did he learn it from? So to speak, right? So before we go into let's read the introduction. Naruto, set in the world of ninja, Naruto followed the adventure of Naruto Uzumaki and his friend as they train, fight, and grow together. It's a tale of friendship, perseverance, and the struggle to overcome adversity, which I'll be honest with you, the first 40 episodes of this franchise, it, I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't get emotional, if you didn't feel some kind of way, then you wouldn't enter into the program. Real talk. Because it was kind of like brutal. It was kind of brutal in a way. Because how would I put it? Remember we talked about it for episode one. The way anime is structured and put, it made it whereby you can relate to the character if you're paying attention to the details. And Naruto did it in a way whereby we were kind of like, damn, you're an orphan. You know, both your parents, even though your parents sacrificed themselves for the village, yet they treat you as if you don't need you in the village. You are a taboo. You were discarded. You were put in a like. No offense. How many kids do you know can live on their own? Got that unusual scarlet letter placed upon them and trying to survive on their own in our society in the United States.
I mean, was he really
Is that
surviving on
possible?
his own though?
Good question. If
Because
he
a
was,
lot of people
he
question
would.
this, but when you
He
think about it, a lot of people are saying that Naruto was never really alone. I mean, he was outcast by the people. That's facts. But the difference is
yes,
Naruto was always watched over for the simple fact of who he was, even though he did not
bingo.
know his lineage. He did not know his lineage, which is pretty
So
effed
it's
up
like saying,
because how will you not tell him his lineage? Literally,
see, that's the thing
ladies and
about it.
gentlemen, let's
He
get one thing clear.
he was alone
We
in.
we will get nuclear about
Okay,
this
go ahead.
because Naruto. One thing about Naruto, there's a like my good partner he would say, right? There's a lot of cultural influence that are being placed in anime, and this by far is the
God
most
damn.
cultural shit in the world. Naruto is really known for culture, and I promise you this: the hell that is going to be flamed in this conversation today is just going to be on 10 because I'm standing by freaking Sasuke. Lord have mercy. I'm standing on 10. I know a lot of y'all be like, oh,
I
Sasuke
have
ain't
created
nothing
it.
but piece of
I have
shit.
created a
Fuck
monster.
out of here. I'm going to have that argument.
I have I have I have created a monster for for Wilfred.
This
I've
is going to
created a
get real
monster.
good. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this day. It's going to get real good.
Oh God.
I
It's funny.
swear.
I felt when I said that before for a particular anime, I was almost getting flack, but now he agreed. Like, yeah, there's
I
another
had no
anime
choice. When you
that
really
add to
listen
the
to the
culture.
history of this, you have no choice. I'm, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you now, if you know the clans and you understand historical facts and you put two to two together, you realize a certain clan is pretty much like a particular set of race of people. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm going there.
Hey, hey,
The hatred is real.
like I said, they're gonna be an interesting show. Well, I hope anyone who's seen this show, if you feel pro about it or con about it, leave your comment after the show. Or you can put it while we are live right now. Let's go to the next slide because I promise you, it will be touchy, 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 for real. I'm not gonna lie. This is what I've been trying to explain to people about, like, yo, some of the stuff we will be talking about, we have to do a deep dive. We have to. Because when I went first watched the first episode, the first 40 episode of Naruto, I was like, yo, this is messed up for this dude. Yeah. But at the same time, he being watched and monitored. It's like, how you would have put this? You were left alone, but you were put on protective service, and you were you
Pretty
were not
much.
known. No, you were not allowed to be. You were not allowed to know that you were under protective service, even though you thought you were alone. It was as if while you griping, you, dude. No offense. I don't think any young preteen can go to that type of torment and you have one diet: ramen noodles every day. Ramen noodles in the morning, ramen noodles in the afternoon, ramen noodles in the evening. You got a dusty ass room. You ain't got much going on for you. You got a crush for a particular girl. You're becoming the ultimate embodiment of a simp, but
Right,
you
for the
get no
reasons of why you
love.
would never recognize, even though you got one right there recognizing you every single damn day of your livelihood.
Oh shit!
But funny enough, he
Wale is
actually marries the one that's been recognizing him for his whole livelihood. That's the thank goodness on
Wale
that
is
one.
open. Wale is open on that one because that was the
Yeah,
the
that's
torment
the precursor. That's the precursor
watching the
life.
show. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you never watched Naruto, right? Do me a favor. It is on Netflix or it's on Hulu. Watch it from the very beginning. Pay close attention to the detail. I promise you, as you get through the Naruto 220 episodes before you go to Naruto Shippuden, then after that you go to Boruto, then you start to understand. This dude persona, this dude character was ridiculous. So let me read this one. Naruto origin and family bloodline. Naruto Uzumaki descend from two powerful bloodlines, the Uzumaki clan and the Seiju clan, both tied to chakra origin and ninja war history. And here, I hate to say this, though, Wally, and you might agree with me this, we are yet to see a backstory of Naruto clan and what it was all about. Notice that, right?
Facts. Which is
We
why
have
the
yet.
the idea is very stale. Like this is the one thing I always hate about the anime is like every single time you bring in a like a big up story like this when you're talking about a clan and their unique upbringing, but we don't know nothing about the upbringing, let alone why they were literally cast away and literally murdered with only barely an inch of their livelihoods surviving. You
Hmm.
tend to realize how I mean, for the fact that you're just reading this, right? And you said that they're known for their powerful sealing jutsu and their credible lifespan in chakra reserve. A credible lifespan, but yet they're all murdered? Okay. Make that make
And
sense,
here's the thing,
please.
though. Here's the thing. Let's not forget. We have backstory of the Seju clan. We have back almost every major clan in the Hokage village had their backstory done. Did they not?
To a degree as much as I can remember.
Seiju, we did that. The Itachi clan, he did that. The I forgot all the one by name. Because both were major clans. The one with the wolf, the one with the beetles, the Shanagang. Everyone had a particular bloodline. They did a backstory about them. A couple of episodes explaining their origin and everything, right?
Wait, they explained the blood or they explained the bug in the wolf's origins? I don't remember
Remember, there was
that.
certain people. They remember there were certain people. I forgot the one particular character. He had certain
Yeah,
people
they
in his
had
clan
characters, but
who,
I don't think so they ever
yeah,
explained the depths of
yeah,
that.
but it depends on the storyline. Some was more in depth than others. Some was brief. Remember, there was one in particular. He became a teacher, right? And he had
Mm-hmm.
other family member who became part of the secret ops.
Uh-huh.
They did something here and there, here and there. It's just that the main character himself, his own clan, they didn't do a backstory about his mom, where she originated from, why they were taking the people out, why her clan was so highly unique, why they were considered to be targeted. Keyword. Why were they targeted? Why were they the main focus?
Cash Ray Mindset,
That's the,
welcome. Thank you for coming in.
so let me
Yeah.
read it out. The Uzumaki clan heritage. The Uzumaki clan originated from the Ichishukagari, that's the land of the whirlpool, was known for their powerful stealing jutsu. That would be called Funing Jutsu and incredible lifespan and chakra reserve. Which means they they're like the stealing expert of anything, either from demon, from you can imagine. That's a big
Mhm.
deal. The clan was closely allied with the Senju clan, leading to Naruto inheriting strong physical stamina and chakra from the lineage. Now here I have the issue. They were closely aligned, which means why would their clan get wiped out without the Senju protecting them? That's a question for the ask. If I could find someone who could give me more information about that. The clan was almost wiped out due to other nations fearing their power, but some survivors, including Naruto's mother, Kushina Uzumaki, lived on. Technically, there were about 3 or 4 survivors.
Well,
3,
technically, if you put it in timing to the current time pace, two. And if
2.
everyone's wondering what is two, technically Naruto himself, and then
Yeah,
Nagato, aka Pain,
and but
because
there's
Nagato is
another one,
also at Izumaki. That most
and
people
there's
don't know.
another one also. There's another one.
Who-
Sake had a particular girl who also had that same.
Oh yes, 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 yes. She's technically also because she does has the same powerful sealing jutsu. You end up finding out about that later down the stretch, but they
So
never.
that one,
As far as I remember, they never clarified her name. But yes, because she does have the same representation, she does definitely has that. Plus, if you also know that it, like for those that watch it, for those that are pros in knowing this, if you actually bite her, she can actually heal you. So yes, that
pretty
also
much.
goes into her incredible lifespan because of her chakra can give you some, yeah, some healing.
So
So yeah,
that's the thing
definitely.
about my question was for those survivors to be surviving. It's like saying it was meant on purpose, kept as a secret for some apparent reason. Because if their chakra nature is that severely dangerous, then they must be a threat to all nations.
The way I
The
look at it, I
Seiju
say it like this. Let's put it in layman's term for everybody, right?
Mhm.
For those that don't know a lot of anime, you're probably comic book heads. Put it like this: the Uzumaki clan is pretty much the equivalence of Batman within uh the elite assassins. You know the whale that they have. Forgot what.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
well,
pretty much the
yeah.
same thing, but in reverse. It's actually within the human.
Mm. Well, where they describe their clan, they describe their clan not only dangerous, considered the most powerful, was key. Because what would you use their stealing jutsu for? Those stealing what kind of creatures inside? What would you call them?
Say it
Um,
again. Say it again. What do you say?
what what their clan was known for stealing what inside?
Oh, Jinjurikis, spiritual
Bingo.
beast. Yes.
And they were spiritual beings that if you don't have that particular ceiling, you cannot control them. What weird about
Yes.
it, there's about 9 of them, right?
10 actually.
Ten, no,
Yeah, 10 in
it was
total.
9 to it was 10 in total, but 9 to combine into one more.
Yeah. So
Because
technically, in
the
overall,
whole
if you think of it in overall, they're just one. If you're on top about the main master to control one, but then they'll split off to 9. Yes.
pretty much, yeah. It's been a while since I watched it. That's why I'm saying I don't want to mess their name and everything because when we were watching this and we were still airing, you remember every single detail. But since this has been a huge break, because according to the manga, they're not yet done.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
That's the
lie.
difference.
A part of me feels like they should have been done right after Shippuden. To be honest with you, or at least they should have took a break and then revamped the big history within the ninja world. That should have been their takeoff. But honestly, in my opinion, in my heart of hearts, I think after Shippuden, what should have been the last run.
Could have, but here's the problem. Let me tell you why I say it's good to understand the creator storyline. When you're watching Naruto Shippuden to the final battle and how they made up, who was the main threat at the time?
Among Shippuden,
Throughout the whole storyline before Boruto, who the main villain they were more concerned of?
well, that all very much depends because
That,
we
that
we
was
have
that's the man who created chakra for them, right?
say that again. Who the one that created chakra?
The, the founder who created chakra and Jujutsu for the whole entire ninja village. The one that both Naruto and Sasuke had to fight to seal her again.
Right, but she's not. Well, that's what I'm saying. What main? Because when you said the main villain, okay, because technically, if you talking about Naruto, technically the main villain at the time was Snake Face.
It
Sorry
wasn't
guys, I'm,
Snake Face.
I'm a little.
It wasn't Snake
You
Face
know,
because remember, Obito was trying to be the main villain, not well, like he was preventing the main person who was hidden behind the dimension from coming out. You think
because
about it.
if we're talking about Naruto, that was technically the main villain.
No, now Naruto Shippuden
Now
villain.
we're talking about Shippuden. Yeah, she was. Well, that's what I'm saying. The main villain. That there's a lot of different main villains, though. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to be very mindful. Like if we're talking about towards the end, yeah, she's the main villain. Yeah, for sure.
She was the main villain because she was the main threat because she was considered to be, if not careful, she wipe out
Yeah, but
everybody.
most people never knew about her until like she came out.
Her name is Kaguya Osutsuki, right?
Right.
She was the mother and creator of chakra, right? She was the
Right. And
reason
then
that
she made her two
it had
sons.
Najitsu, right?
Yeah.
But here where people overlook why it never going to end. She mentioned she created a contingency plan. Remember, she came from somewhere.
Yeah. She was
She
the
did what she
originator.
did. She did what she did to protect herself. She created white Zetsu and she created black Zetsu. Why did you create those two types? For what purpose? Who was she defending herself against? Because there was a certain group of people who put to come. She was sent there for a particular mission. She chose not to. She had two childs, and her two kids sealed her up. They didn't know it would sealed her up was a delay of the inevitable because once she came out, her people must have known that she came back again and something happened. Because when you had to Boruto, that when we saw her clan came, and there were many attempts to do the same exact thing what the original Kage was trying to do at one time with a ten tail. We're letting we know there's more to this story. So it wasn't going to end right then and there. Let's be real.
I
We
mean,
got
well, here's my
and
thing, right?
the guy you were calling to Snakeface Otomaru, they're the
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
he calmed down and he got his so-called
Well, now I
cure.
know that, but I'm saying if we're talking about, but I'm saying because when you said the whole series, I mean, you'd have to start from Naruto, then move on to Shippuden. But if you're talking about just Shippuden alone, then yeah, the main end boss was her.
Yeah, but like I say, everything was it was a build up to what was going on from Naruto all the way to the end game before Naruto and Sasuke were fighting for the title.
I mean, was they really fighting for a title at this point?
After that one, Naruto was the Hokage in front, while Sasuke was the undercover. Need to find out all these missing pieces
Underlining.
that wasn't adding up because something was like he can tell there's something missing here. It's not the end of her. That means there's more to this person.
I mean, was it the end of her? Of course, I doubt it because let's be honest, right? I would not believe that her being the start and then having two kids would be the end of her. Like, there's no way that she's the only one and there's no one else enticed in between. Like, there's
That
definitely had to be more.
and that's the thing when we
Especially,
got, and
yeah,
that what happened behind Boruto. When we had Boruto and we see
no,
this guy who was
that
more
was true.
dangerous than her,
All right,
and
so let me say it like this. I'm not saying that it was a bad thing that they did Baruto. My only problem, my only gripe with Baruto is just certain points that they do, and it's like, okay, you know what? Like, if we're gonna keep on doing this in anime, y'all may as well just do backdrop stories. Because I ain't gonna lie, flipping back to the past, seeing your younger father and all that. Okay, no, you're stretching, and then magically, you're trying to tell me, your fat Naruto's master Jiraiya magically knew that older Sasuke was Sasuke. No, no, no. I'm sorry, no, I don't believe it. Can't do it.
it this is why I say espionage, spy work. It's a big deal. When you have a black op and you have people who swear to secrecy, and you have certain people who about to be. Joel almost became part of the black op, but the thing is, he wasn't noticing his goddamn self. He was knowing too much things he's not supposed to know. The fact that he survived so long until they took him out, and they were his prodigy that he somewhat raised and trained him. You know the irony of that? For the last ninja war he was a part of, he found some orphan kid and he trained them ninjutsu and he left them behind. Somehow they became better and stronger and they took him out. He know too much stuff, too much information about other nations. It was like he was a spy himself in a very unique way. Only thing I hated about it, he was the extreme perv. We had three. Here is something. This is the anime that we had three major perv. Two was obvious. One was undercover. The undercover one act like he's not a perv, but he read the novels.
AKA Kashashi. He constantly read the thing. For someone that lives a monk lifestyle in some ways, reading that damn book all the time, you very much are something
No, monk. No,
interesting.
monk. No, I'm glad you said that. Monk my ass.
Okay, because for someone that lives a very like, oh, I'm closed off in the world. I lost my father. I lost the girl that I probably actually liked. Okay, yes, screw yourself. You're lying.
And you reading novels. Even until your student found out what you were reading was crazy. They was like, what the? What he's reading? Yo, it was funny. They even had an episode trying to unmax him. That's how bad it was. They were trying to see what his face looked like. And this guy was pulling on the stops left and right. Trying to let him, you're not gonna know my face. I'm like, dude, what's up with this thing? Why we can't see what you actually look like? Well, you got something to hide. What you trying to do? Well, you the ultimate undercover perv. But you have an issue with Naruto doing those type of sect. No, no, Phil, let me pause right here. Imagine a jitsu called the Sekti Jitsu. Imagine that. That was a cultural icon. To a lot of people would say that they're on purpose, dude. I was like, oh,
I'm sorry. It gave a bad name in a culture. I'm not even gonna call it culture. It just gave a very underwhelming push for. Can I say trends? I'm gonna leave it right there.
there you go. That was an
But
undercover
literally, every
push.
single time you
It was
see the flip, and it's
too much.
like doing that.
It was too much of it. But the thing
You
is,
know what's even
with
worse?
the
The
with
fact
the
that he did
underhand left.
that right in front of. He literally did that right in front of Kaguga, trying to blindside her, and then whacking him. Bro, the fact that that even worked was just a load of crap. was horrible.
But the fact that it was used
That was
as
so
a
horrible.
weapon on a lot of no, the fact it was used as a weapon for a lot of villains, and a lot of them fell for it. I was like, oh hell
That's the
no.
comedy, ladies and gentlemen. That's the comedy.
You see, if you watch it, you see how many villains lost their cool with that gesture. It broke. When I mean broke them, I was like, I'm glad it's not real life. Because if you had a cast one of God doing that and get their ass arrested,
But it's the proven. But you know what that jutsu actually, proves? It proves that people are easily fooled in reality. Because I won't go there. But you know
what
what I'm going.
it, this is why he said this is the cultural icon anime. You read the Seiju Clan connection because I can't really sit it behind my
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
head and your head.
Right. So, though Naruto is not a direct Senju, the Uzumaki are distant relatives of the Senju clan, the descendants of the
Asura,
Azura Utsutaku
Otsutsuki.
Otsutsuki, one of the sons of the Sage of the Sixth Path. This connection explains his massive chakra reserves and incredible life force traits shared by Hashiramu,
Hashira
Hashomaru,
Ashirama Seju.
yeah, Asama Shenju, and the other powerful Senju members.
I'm telling you, this anime, this character. And here's the thing, they're distant relatives, right?
Mm,
I look at his mom. His mom before Uzumaki clan.
mm.
His father for what clan again? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, his father is Nazumaku. No, no, sorry, not Nazumaku. Ugh. Nazmorsi. I forgot his. Okay, hold on, wait. Cause let me go check that name again, cause I forgot. Yeah, Nam. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you go ahead, cause I'm gonna check it out, cause I gotta check.
Yeah, go to the next slide because this conversation gonna be having it's gonna be very in detail. We'll have to call out everything for what it is.
Namakai. Yeah, I think it's Namakai. Something like
It
that.
has to be that. Yeah.
Yeah, Namakai. They never explain his background lineage, but as fast as his father is, I would believe like they're probably like up on speed or something like that. Give or take.
hmm I would expect that too as well.
Yeah, because he's pretty much known as being the fastest in the world, but there's no background within his whole lineage, quote unquote.
So Naruto parent and the legacy Minato Namikaze. That's his father, the fourth Hokage. Funny, he was a leader for a short period of time. He sacrificed his life. Minato was a prodigious ninja known as the Yellow Flash of the Konoha due to his unmatched speed. Yo, he was lightning fast in a very unique way. He was trained by Jiraiya and eventually became the fourth Hokage. He created the Rasengan. That was the most deadliest weapon of all Jutsu created. And he mastered the flying thunder god technique, allowing him to teleport instantly. He sacrificed his life stealing the nine tail, Kurama, into Naruto during Kurama attack on Konoha. His mother, Kushina Uzumaki, the red hair. Oh, that's okay. I'm not gonna mention that name.
Habanero, or something like that.
Habanero.
Yeah,
There's a,
habanero.
there's a meaning to that.
Yeah, like habanero hot sauce.
Hot temper, hot
Yeah,
rage.
yeah.
When
That's
she
where
go like,
Naruto gets all his fire up from.
yeah, but when she get angry, her hair stand up like it's like a particular
Fucking
character.
flaring bits.
You would
Yeah.
think you would think she's a Saiyan. When she's enraged,
Yeah. Shout out to Naruto's future daughter. Literally, some if you
uh,
know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking
oh
about.
yeah, oh
Oh boy, I
yo,
can't wait till that pops off. I ain't gonna lie.
oh that one is funny.
Oh, that is
She, his future daughter is the younger sister of the brother Boruto. Problem is, the level of fear that she put in that family, both brother and father, are literally
is
afraid of her.
crazy.
But no, it's not two. Three of them are afraid of her. Boruto is afraid of her. Naruto is afraid of her. And Kurama, the nine tail, is afraid of her.
Technically, you shouldn't, but yeah.
No, technically, yeah, he should have, but what she did, you have to see it, 'cause it's funny. The way Naruto felt it, Kurama almost same time felt it as well. It was trans dimensional.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
so,
that was
it was so comically and bad. Everybody who
uh,
watched it, every guy was doing their holding the ball moment.
that was hard.
Yo, and the thing is, she far worse than her great grandma. Cause the thing is, when she snapped, she's more of a demon. This way, Baruto realized his sister's broken.
And very vastly dangerous, literally. Unlike her mother.
Her mom is one thing. Her grandma is another thing, but she surpassed both of them. Her great grandma.
Well, of course, especially with the bloodline that she has contends.
Shit. Because Cena was also was a survivor of the Uzumaki clan and was brought to Konoha to become the ninth-tailed Juikin. The term Jinchuikin, the term where you seal a tail beat within yourself. After Mito Uzumaki. Mito Uzumaki was Kuchina's mom, I believe, if I'm correct. She was known for her immense chakra reserve and technique. She fell in love with Minato and later what?
Birth to Naruto, tragically dying during a Kumara attack to protect him.
Now, here's the thing about Naruto. I feel sorry for. Your parents committed the ultimate sacrifice to protect you. Sealed a dangerous beast in you, but
Bringing
took
down the
half
full
of it,
on lineages constantly.
but took half of it with him to the grave, right? But also they sealed their spirit in him, so when he got older, he able to talk to them.
Even though that's
Which
so
was
late.
great. It was so late. It was mess. I got that for sorry for it. I'm like, dude, you are mentally scarred the worst way. You gotta find out about yourself, who you are, what you are, much later on in life. You were one day being shunned by everybody to become a person that everybody had to heavily rely on.
And respect.
Big, big time. You changed somebody's life to the point where they put in had to live his life to only protect you and protect everybody else. He was a major impactor. Could the
You know, it's
whole
so very funny though. The one thing I noticed, one thing about Naruto, like looking back at it all, and then thinking about this right now, as far as overall. But when you look at everything that was transpiring, like you look at him in the way how he grew up,
hmm
you think for who he is, as far as like both parts of his family's bloodline, he definitely picked up the whole, chakra reserves and everything else. The only problem is he was very horrible when he was starting as a ninja. He was horrible. Like those shadow clones were terrible for someone that has a lot of chakra reserves.
Yeah, but he lacked training. But
He
the
may
thing
lack
is,
training. You
he
can't tell me you can't do just simply
he
one.
he had it. I can't say he
No,
had it
don't forget
easy.
the other part that was also tricking part is because remember the offsetting part to his chakra was the nine tails. That was the main thing.
hmm
That was the offset part. It was him. So it because that's why his master I hate when I keep slightly
But the
remembering
question
names.
is, during the final fight, did he was able to take the other half back from his father?
See, now people had theories about that. I don't think so. That was really another half. I think that was like more something else. It was sort of
No, because
like a I forgot what it was. It's like a
no,
sort of
because
type of dimension.
according to the ceiling just he couldn't put the whole entire Nineta into Naruto. He took part of him with him to the grave. When
Well,
he got reanimated, when he got reanimated, that thing came along with him. When he did that fifth bump, and Kuran found out his other part of him was inside his dad the whole time. Question is, were he able to retrieve the other half from his father before his father decided to go away? That's the
see,
question.
that's what I'm saying. That is was really tricky because I don't know how that really. See, that was really. I ain't gonna lie. That part was sort of inconsistent because you know what I thought when I saw it at first, and I saw his version. I'm thinking to myself, neither two ways. Is neither a you took the neither the yin or the yang version of him out of the so you separated
Hmm.
because guess what? Karan was really angry, but there's a back history to that why he was angry because he was being used because he knew that him and every other Jinchuriki were being used like a tool and not seen as a person, right? So it's like they're
Bingo.
just being used as weapons, and he hated the fact of being seen as a weapon more than just seen as an actual person, which built
That's
up a lot of anger within him, which is why he's so freaking angry.
and when he met his other half in Naruto's dad, Minato, he was like,
That was more
"Oh,
laid back and understanding. So that's what I'm saying. Like it was neither a yin and yang type of effect, which makes perfect sense, or B, I originally thought the original was in Minato, aka the original father, and then Korra was actually a baby version of that one. And then the original was had a different name. That's how I looked at that. That was the only other option I thought in my head. But
but
yeah,
later on we start to find out part of the nine-tier powers also have been dispersed in other people in the Baruto series.
yes, and that was also very rarely, very like also another inconsistency.
And like I said, that story have not been fully been flushed out properly to get a level of understanding. That's why I said the Baruto cannot be ended no time soon because there have to be more explanation. You couldn't just, oh, we got more of a Kurama power hanging around here somewhere.
Yeah, because they saying that it was pretty much his chakra, and his chakra was the one that influenced the whole thing. But how you compare his chakra, save the chakra reserve that was flowing around in the air, and then now convert it to now making
Good
multiple
question.
beasts? It's
And the,
very
and the fact that Naruto supposedly lost Kurama. Now, question is, what about the other Kurama? Can he retrieve that one? That's what the people was throwing out in the conversation. You could still get Kurama back. We gotta get the other one. How you get the other one?
see. That's what I'm saying. That I don't know. That is just very reaching. That's why I'm like I don't really like that. I would
That
understand if they were morely babies or something or like
hmm
rehash spirits because that's how I also thought of them too. Like Jinjurikis are also like spiritual beasts. So that's why they can
bingo,
keep on living technically without actually dying.
bingo. So
And
this is
so
where a
yeah,
lot of heavy fans were giving their theories, what they should have done, this and that. Then we go to Ultramar. Ultramar kind of like lay off of that type of
yeah,
project. Just
if people do their digging, these Jinchurikis are actually based on actual like Japanese folklore mythical beasts.
bingo. And
So
believe me, it was a very unique storyline. I'm not gonna lie, it was very unique itself because it had multiple layers. It had people even guessing the pathway to a lot of things. Because that was one anime that had people start doing their own. If you had the time, watch this anime and get a bulletin board and start making
checkpoints,
not checkpoint roadmap of character and clan.
same thing with
You
me.
you be surprised how that they were planned out. I was like, this is well planned. But to create this anime, took his time out, had his map, had his roadmap to explain. But still, you need to do a series or short series about the Uzumaki clan. What was it all about? What are their power look like? How? it became a threat. That's something that I would like to see, but who knows? Let's
Yeah,
go to
but
the
one
next.
thing,
Let's go
yeah,
to the next
before,
slide
yeah, but
while
before
we're
we go,
talking.
right? Because this is one
Hmm.
thing I want to really point out. Because for all you guys out there that been big time Naruto fans, have you ever questioned why Naruto don't have his father's name but has his mother's name?
Ooh,
Have you ever questioned that?
good
Because
question.
I think honestly, here's the only reason why I think they gave him her name, her last name, versus giving him his father's. One, the fathers don't have no backdrop history, and two, the Uzumaki was more so of a titlement name that's actually well known and well established. So I think they gave him that, even though he is pretty much an orphan.
Well, here's the thing. His name, Namikaze. That had to be another clan. What clan that is? We don't even know nothing about that either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit off-bring because there's no real major talks about that. And technically, because there's no major talks, you would think Minato is really the only last survivor of that.
Maybe so,
And
because
by technicality, making Naruto the last survivor. And then, of course, his kids.
think about it. You talk about the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan was a well-known clan, and that rivaled the Seiju clan. And we had a in-depth backstory about the Uchiha clan and how they were planning to take over the village and how they got wiped out for the sake of the village. You know what I'm saying? But a part whereby they go they're going back in time to see his father. Maybe like this though. All these type of jitsu whereby you can store time, you can free time, you can go in space, you can go into different dimension, you can go back. Dude, it throws off everything. You're like, yo, that's overreaching. How much how much jitsu that is out there that they know that considered to be forbidden? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
So,
when you watch the series, you watch the episode, you start to realize that a lot of jitsu were barred. They're not allowed to practice because of the nature of it. If you do that, that's a national security threat, so to speak. Let's go to the
yeah.
next. Let's go to the next tile. Well, look, next slide because I don't want to go too much in jitsu because if you do a list of jitsu that was allowed, it's almost like you had a do not practice list of jitsu.
Well, there's a lot of them that were banned, quote unquote.
Shit.
There's a lot.
Naruto bloodline ability and ooh, I hate that word. Keikai
Kenkai.
Genkai. Ooh, that one was explained in depth several times over. Was like saying there's a requirement for what do you want to call an awakening. Although Naruto doesn't directly inherit a dojutsu, the eye-based Kenkai Genkai, like Uchiha, he later grant him powerful abilities. Uzumaki longevity and chakra, high life force, large chakra reserve, and fast healing. That is considered to be a Kenkai Genkai. State of the sixth path power and a reconnection of Asura, Suzuki. And here's the thing, there's two kids. Asura is one, the other one I forgot what they call that one. It's like
Uh,
yin and yang.
yeah, they're both the yin yang comparison. I forgot his name as well.
Naruto
But
later
he was
gained
more on the, yeah.
it's true. Naruto later on gained the state of six path chakra and had to order the ability. Tebe Jinjuriki, the strongest Jinjuriki with Kuruma chakra boosted his stamina, strength, and durability.
Yeah.
Yes, Kuruma was considered the most strongest
Yeah,
because
he was.
not only he was 90, his rage, his versatile, his power. Yo, that was considered to be like a nuclear bomb. Let's put it like that.
He literally was a nuclear bomb. That blast is freaking a nuclear. But one thing for sure is because because what I was gonna say before is the other brother, his because he was the birth lineage of the Huga clan. He
Hmm.
made the Huga clan, which made pretty much Baruto's eye what it is today. For all you guys that are out there that are top 10 on Neji fans, being Neji fans, I'm so sorry that you never get to see Neji be a boss. Never get to see him be a boss because of that fucking thing
No,
that they have to lock him up.
Neji was a threat. Neji was a prodigy. But when he lost to Naruto, the reason why he lost to Naruto because of his family, that That family clan had a shitty ass upbringing that Naruto somehow made an impact to how they were living. That his wife's father ended up being the most. I haven't seen a grandfather so sappy. This guy was a mirror opposite of his form. He was so sappy. He was so, oh God. You talk about a grandfather who was so OP on his grandson. Like, his grandson got to hide from him. Boruto cannot be around his grandfather. Do you know why? The moment his grandfather see him, it is on like Donkey Kong. It's like saying his grandson like his big teddy bear. No, this man loved his grandson, but he did it because of the burden the guy had to bear. Boruto grandfather was the chief of their clan. His clan did something very, very unheard of, whereby in present time that would be shady as hell. You and your twin brother had to pick who will be the head, who will be the tail, and that'll put a particular mark that prevents you from leaving the clan like you a slave. Your twin brother's son surpassed your daughter in strength
But
and
yeah, he gets
everything.
the seal and motherfucking can't even use his eyes to his fullest ability. For all y'all Neji fans, I know y'all been robbed because I'm telling you right now, seeing what Boruto can do, I can only imagine what Neji can do right now, beating the
No,
daylights out of
you,
people.
you
Lord have mercy.
Baruto. What about his sister?
Look, we'll talk about the young little sister
No, no,
later down the
the
line.
sister was by far scarier than Baruto.
Oh, we all know she's more scary, but that's a different story.
The problem with that, the fact that she trained her eye like a eye scope target, I was like, okay, hell, that cannot be my sister. I was like, I am glad I don't have a sister like that. Who is that? Forget pee on yourself. Forget crap you yourself. You gotta ask the Lord, can I live another day?
Oh Lord.
Dude, the way she was doing it when she snapped, everybody who was a fan of anime can sense the cold shiver. Like, no offense. What were the creator thinking? She worked in RoboCop. Her precision and accuracy is broken. Shoot, no offense. You want to talk about Me Too? Put her, the chairwoman of Me Too. Imagine how many men will be gone with pinpoint accuracy the way she was going at it. You had to relocate to another country. Am I wrong, Wally?
If they have time to do that, I don't think so. You're gonna get away from this one.
The way she was going at it. Dude, I remember that one episode. Boruto and his father, Naruto, were hugging each other like, Lord, save us. I was scared. And while that was going on, Karuma was like, snap, nigga, get out. I'm not going to the. How are you the most powerful man in the village? But you only fear one person, your own daughter. Even the being that's in you, the fear of your own daughter, tell you run, nigga. Like, what are you waiting for? Yo, that series is broken on multiple levels. The comedy, the level of visual, the level of hypocrisy. I was like, oh, that is a messed up family. You got a loose cannon who's no. This is what I hate by the creator. The loose cannon made this character like an angel. She looked like an angel
with a demon underneath. Lord have mercy.
You cannot make this one up. You cannot.
I'm trying to tell you, she's literally like her mother, right? Where she looks like like a cute little princess, and then she's like her grandma. The most dangerous thing you want to be not near.
Yo, the way they build that character, I was. How would I want to put this? I want to see her growth when she get teenage. How would she be? What would all her peers would be doing around her? Because she was a sweet as a angel, straight up, like an angel. But when she snapped, the yin disappeared. The yang came out in full blown. The yang had a venom, and that venom is dripping in large quantity.
Oh my gosh.
I'm, the, I had to give the creator my hip hop. When you create certain character, even though we were watching it, we were feeling like this is not totally unfair because they did Naruto the same way too. When they created his character was broken on multiple comedic levels. There's not a moment where you're not watching Naruto and you would hoping he's not gonna do something stupid. When he done something stupid, you had to put a face palm like, oh nigga, man, like seriously, like yo, why? Naruto, hmm. I think he Kenkai Genkai is a comedic level, even though it's not mentioned here. The amount of bullshit this man do, the amount of sympathy this man was going in. You are beefing with a guy over a particular girl. You had no chance in hell to win.
And the thing is, he didn't even want her like that. He didn't even want her like that. At least not at first.
Man. And in today's time, what we call that? Simp, Pookie, 304.
Well, technically, Sasuke can't be no Pookie. He wasn't out here smashing
No,
lips.
no. Sake wasn't a Pookie. Sake was like an asshole. Sake wasn't all over the place. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care about nobody. He was more like a hermit. He was like, I don't give a fuck who you, like whatever.
Pretty much.
You wanna follow me? Fine, I don't give two shit. Sasuke wasn't like Vegeta, okay? You
He can
can't,
start.
you
He
can't,
can start this again.
no, you can't threaten Sasuke if you don't do. You're not gonna get this. Cause know why? When you try to, know what Sasuke do to you? He said, "Come here, put you in check, nigga, please."
This guy. I'm not even gonna start with you. I'm not even gonna start with you.
The
I'm
way,
not even gonna
the way Sasuke like to remind people, like, man, stop the bullshit, alright? Let's go. He got it, and the funny thing, he got it from his brother. His brother do the same thing to him. Every time you wanna have a PMS moment, brother said, "Come, come, 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 come." Yeah, that thing end right there. I'm like, what the? That's all it take? Two finger, knock on the head, and they shut down? Like, nigga, can I try that? Nah, ain't gonna work. Ladies and gentlemen, don't only try that to your woman. Do not. I'm not telling you. I'm serious right now. If you're beef with your woman, take two finger and knock on forward and tell her to calm her ass down. Whatever happened, I'm not responsible for that shit. Okay.
Oh
I'm
man. She'd be like,
sure.
where the fuck you
I'm
get this
sure
from?
a couple of idiots who watch Naruto and watch Naruto Shippuden, then they can pull that shit up with their woman. And whatever happened, it have not been documented for
I
stupid
couldn't
reason.
believe no one to do it because personally, we all know when Sasuke brother did this, that was more so of a more calm down, pay attention what I'm telling you here, And that's it. You ain't telling, you ain't doing that to your woman, especially when she's like, "What the frick you did that for?" Because trust me, you didn't explain that would just be horrible. Unless she watch anime like you do, then I think she understands exactly where you was coming from.
This is why I said if you're an anime loving guy and your woman you're dating don't like anime or don't watch anime and you do that shit, I'm just gonna tell you, you on your own, my brother. You're really on your own. There's no explanation why you would do type of dumb bullshit like that. Now, for women who watch anime like we do, you try that to them and they recognize it, they'll feel some kind of. They'll be like, it will work, but they're like, really, you want to go down that route? Bet
Yes,
I got you. I got you. They're gonna try something against you. Naruto direct family after shippuden. Hinata. No, no offense, ladies and gentlemen. Naruto is a cultural icon for a lot of reasons. All you young kids, listen up. I'm not saying what happened for you, but just pay attention. You look at Hinata when she was little. That's the epitome of what you would call the ugly duckling, right? She wasn't all that cute and everything, but she was there,
she
right?
wasn't.
No, no, no. When she was in Naruto, between her and Sakura, who was better looking during the
I would
preteens?
pick her. I would pick. Oh, I don't know about
No,
everybody else, but I'll actually pick Honata. The only thing
I
about
won't.
Honata is she was just shy. That was the only thing that pulled her back. That's the only setback. She was
I
too
know,
shy.
I
That
know.
was the only thing.
She was shy, but wasn't like the main attraction like Sakura. Sakura was more like, hey, what's
See,
going on?
and you know what? But here's my problem. Here's my problem.
Resist Sparta!
Yes. Call your warriors. What is your profession? Kicking ass.
Yeah.
Kicking ass.
So what's going on, guys? First of all, how are everybody doing tonight?
Uh,
Uh, we 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 taking our time. That takes a lot of things.
I
We're
want to
calling people
backtrack
out.
for a minute because I've been listening to you guys on as I was at work and as I was driving in. So you guys mentioned what's your name just now? Oh man,
Sakura.
Hinata,
I'm sorry.
Sakura. Hanate.
The other one that married Naruto revenge later
Yeah.
on.
Hinata,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hinata.
That the only reason she becomes berserker is very simple. Is one key factor. You know what that is?
Amongst
Oh
what?
yeah,
She's on her period.
Wait, was that it? Wait. Run that
The
all back.
only reason she becomes berserker and she's so powerful, she was on her fucking period. The only explanation is that any woman becomes psychotic is because she's on her period.
Oh, you're talking about the daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I thought you know what? This guy. This guy. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not touching that. You know what? When I thought all shenanigans were gonna come from him, him. This mofo right here just comes and do the worst. He don't even want to talk about someone's on their freaking period throughout the whole freaking thing. You know
Oh,
what?
hold on.
Not
But
time for you.
hold on. What happened to your shouting out unlock for me?
See, personally, because one, I already mentioned that pretty much Naruto's daughter is literally pretty much
Hang
her
on,
mother.
hang on,
Is
Wally.
pretty much
Hang
his
on.
mother. Now he comes
Hang on.
around talking about, oh, she over here just she's nothing but a
You've
Bloody Mary.
reached your limit on talking. Shut the
You,
fuck up.
fuck you, you ravenous
I,
bastard. You and your
I was
sick
going
sister.
to give to David, but you both got it. Go ahead, continue,
But
guys.
but the thing
Yeah,
is,
no, like I was saying, well, yeah.
what I was trying to say, Hinata was like what you consider in the preteen was like a ugly. She wasn't the main attraction. She was behind the shadow or in following Naruto. She was the hidden cheerleader, right?
Of
But
course.
it was funny when they got older. Sakura was no more the thing anymore. Because when Hinata grew up, she was looking way different than Sakura. She makes Sakura look like You were yesterday
I'll be
news.
very honest with both of you guys. During this show, both from Naruto Shippuden, I can't pronounce it. I thought Naruto was gonna end up hooking up with Sharaka, whatever her name is.
Sakura?
Yeah,
Sakura.
No.
that's what I thought later on,
Now,
but it would twisted it and like I didn't expect that kind of hookup. But it makes you think. Also, as they're growing up together, who did the spanky spanky? Who did the dirty dirty? Who was who?
That was a good question because here's the thing.
amongst what?
Even though even though
With,
Naruto
with all of them,
made him
think about it, Wally. They're always hanging out. Their attractions happen. Who did the dirty? Who did the spanky spanky?
But
neither
yeah, I know. But I'm saying amongst who though? When you talking about that?
In
can
general, I'm talking about.
talk about Naruto, Sake, and Sakura. They're all part of Team Seven, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Here's the problem. They were all monks. You know what I say monks? Here's a perfect example. Sake was on his path for revenge. He was looking like the cool boy in school. You know how you in elementary school got a one boy who was a bad boy but paid nobody no mind and telling the pretty girl like, yo, Sake had a lot of admirers, including Sakura. They
He
were
had
all
Sakura.
I
He
don't want
had the other one. They were going back to back with each other, just trying to win Sasuke. And Sasuke was like, fuck you, horse."
I think the reason the women or the girls were attracted to him back then because he
bad
was the
boy look.
bad boy, silent type. Like he didn't give a shit about them, and the girls are
Mm.
literally take me now.
Pretty
It-
much.
And the sad part, Sake was not a pookie. He was more like, I don't give a fuck, leave me alone. They were throwing themselves on Sake. Sake was like, you are who? Whatever.
That is my point exactly. And like,
But
think about it.
Naruto was the ultimate simp. He was so simping. If you were to look at the dictionary and say what's the first state of simping, you put Naruto face right there. Remember, was simping so hard for Sakura. It got to a point whereby he thought he could prove Sakura, I will take your girl from you. After all that, you didn't take her.
Well, technically, when we talking about the simp, that's between him and Neji. Actually, both of them were fighting for it. Because you got to think about it. It was it was really a three-way. It was a three-way battle because it was like, well, I can't say three-way. I mean, let's be honest. Sasuke didn't do nothing. Because Neji and Naruto technically was trying to go for Sakura. Both of them failed. Even though Neji was probably more closer
Yeah.
than Naruto was actually, because of his injuries. But
Damn.
that's
But
pretty much
the
it.
fight that I
Damn.
enjoyed the most was, I think it was season one of Naruto, the end of it. I can't remember. Was before he kind of broke away from the Team Seven. Was Naruto and Sasuke? They went all out on that waterfall. Waterfall
Yeah,
was it?
that was towards
Woo.
waterfall. Yeah, it was towards the end of the
Yeah, they went in. They were going
Yeah,
in.
that was the pre-up.
It was like
That was the pre-up battle. But technically,
that
at
was the
that
period.
point,
That was Take.
yeah, Take was actually
That
more
was the
better at
fight
that
when
time.
Take was saying, "I'm leaving it." Leaving the, he was leaving the village. He was like, "Man, I'm focused on my goal. I need to get my revenge. I
Yeah.
don't need all these
The funny thing is that battle was
wussies,
actually
these
important
girls
for
putting themselves
Sasuke to
on me."
win at that time because he unlocked his
It was.
the other part of his Sharingan to fully go to a next level.
And again, really fast. Here is a spoiler alert, really fast. Who hasn't seen it? So muted, whatever. Later on, he ends up killing. What's his name? The
His
Lord.
brother?
Itachi.
He went off. I'm sorry.
Talking about his brother?
No. The
Okay.
guy with all this has the snake powers. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he didn't kill him. Technically,
Uchimaru.
he's talking about the one that was a part of the legendary signing.
Uchimaru.
Yeah, Ochimaru. Yeah.
Oh, Jamal, yeah.
Yeah.
Where I'm up to right now, he just killed him finally. So
He's not. Well, let me hit you another new flash. He's not dead.
all right. Spoiler alert again. I need to get a spoiler button.
Yeah, he's not dead. You'll see him a couple of
Well, I'm
times.
saying
He's
it's
gonna
three.
be-
It's Naruto.
that
There's
if we want to talk
Naruto,
about someone with a
Naruto
lifespan,
Shippuden.
he is definitely someone with a lifespan. That dude keeps on freaking living. You can't kill him for shit.
You gotta watch Boruto. When you watch Boruto, then you start to feel like you're like, nigga, I thought you were no.
Let me ask you guys a question because I'm hearing mixed reviews
Oh,
about Boruto. Like people saying it's really good. Some people say it sucks.
It all
oh,
depends on who you take it from and
it-
what visuals are you looking at. For me, I'm
and that and I
like,
Eh. You're like, right?
yeah, because
think
there's
like
some
this.
parts I like it, and
Think
there's
like this.
other parts I'm like, you know what, you stretch too far.
The thing is, I like the story because first and foremost, remember I said before when we started the show, the story of Naruto Shippuden wasn't going to end because there was more to it. And the fact that you look at Boruto,
Well,
Boruto had a unique eye. Remember, we were
hmm,
reading the part the Hyuga clan. They had that unique eye, just too, that were passed down to Boruto. But what they did not know, the original version of that eye didn't belong to the Hyuga clan. It belonged to the what are they, the Osuki clan. Because
yeah,
when those people come looking for people to use, they mock Boruto. But the mark he had was completely different from all the other mark he could to other people who were testing to see if they can hold. Because he had a special bloodline that allowed. Remember the one time they kidnapped his mom,
hmm.
and the people that kidnapped his mom, they was on the moon. They were watchers to make sure they be aware of that particular clan coming to Earth. So imagine the Huga clan had a founder clan that was residing on the moon, and they didn't know nothing about that because they didn't unlock their eye just to see beyond the Earth, to see outside of the oh shoot, there's someone up there. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I get
So
that part,
imagine
but
both to have the eye just imagine that both to have the eye just to that related to his mom bloodline, but it react to a certain way that he can see to other cannot see. That's why they were coming after Boruto because there's something about him that they needed. He gonna be the evolution of what they were looking for.
pretty much.
Because I remember from the very beginning, from the first episode, they showed that he would betray the village. He became what he shouldn't have become. So my thing, when that part gonna show up? We have yet to see the part when Baruto actually betrayed the village completely. And the guy who supposed to fight him to bring him back,
But technically, doesn't
which
he
is
have
a
to
very unique
kill to
storyline.
get his powers active?
No, I think so. It don't work. It don't work the
How to
same
put it?
as it don't work the same as the Sharingan does. That's actually slightly different.
It didn't work the same way, but it was very complicated because he himself trying to figure out how to work his power. It was like
Yeah, because this is
he couldn't
something
get
that
a
you
he
can't
could,
find in books, not in scrolls, nothing. This is very
I think it's
high.
very interesting
and that's
how
why
eventually Naruto became Hokage still. Like, we kind of knew that was
after,
coming.
after
Go ahead, David.
yeah, but with the way it came, he became a Hokage, which is good. What I find is that the creator, I don't know why he took a break, but I believe there was something more to the plan because the way I was following the storyline on Boruto, it got me thinking about a couple of things. Naruto was a threat, first and foremost. We shouted that out, along with Sake. Sake and Naruto were the only two people on the earth that can fight off those beings who are not from the earth. Everybody else are pushovers. If you remember that episode where Naruto and Sake were holding their own against those individuals, knocking them down left and right, left and right, until somehow Boruto have some kind of access to kind of like step up.
Right.
And Sake picked up on that. Sake picked up that he knew there's a lot of crew lay around the area of the village, not only here, but multiple villages, and they're trying to piece it together. So Sake John was the undercover Hokage, trying to figure out what all these secrets all about, what was really going on, what is really happening, because his main job was not only to find the information, but to keep an eye on Boruto. Boruto was considered like a secret weapon. Remember, Naruto was the secret weapon until his bloodline mixed with the Hyuga clan, which is Hinata, and produced that child. But I do have a feeling it's not gonna be only Boruto to be targeting. They might have to target his sister also because she had a very unique eye jitsu style as well. So remember, Naruto came from a very powerful Uzumaki clan that have a very unique jujutsu and blood type, right? Hinata is another different type of blood type. We got two. where blood time mixed together and unlocking something that even the people from the moon were part of the Osuki clan
Mhm.
noticed that, and they warned him, your child will become of a threat and they will be coming after him. They told Naruto in advance, they're gonna be looking for your son. Now they don't know what they were referring to until you got to see why. So there's like a storyline saying, okay, there's something about it. It's a big picture to it. The only problem they're not doing good at One Piece. One Piece doing a great story, doing a great thing at expanding the storyline and giving backstory to fill in the gap of the guessing people be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because Naruto Shippuden, it was a great setup all the way through. But when it ended right then there, even I myself knew like that's not the end of it. There's much more to this. Yeah, we saw the movie when he got married. He became a Hokage. Then later on, Sake let him know you had to be the Hokage. I had to go around and search everywhere because there's something cool about this lady, Kaguya. She got a lot of hidden things all across the land. I need to figure out what it's all about. Is it a mechanism in place to protect or defend? Because that means she's preparing for something. Because you don't have a huge army like that for nothing. You get what I'm saying? If you understand good storyline, good story, do a good plot, you got to understand what this was all about. What is preparation for? And it was so massive. Who are you fighting against? Who are you preparing for? So you need to understand: is it a huge clan or is it a small clan? Are they a huge in number or they small in numbers? We didn't get all that picture and clip was later down the series of Boruto. They got to see a certain group were doing some experiment. And under the group, one of the people actually came for that particular clan but was trying to blend in. That let you know there's something off. Like where are they coming from? Like seriously.
My only thing, see, here's the thing. That's my thing with it though. It's like as much as I don't really like watch overall Baruto that much at all. My only thing is like when I look at it or just see even clips of it, it's like I sit back and I say to myself, it tends to sort of look like a reach. And the only reason why I say that is only because, again, I get the whole point, right? It's like those eyes are pretty much on a whole nother plane and a whole nother level. But to the
Hmm.
point that they're on a whole nother level, they're on a whole nother skew that they break the fabric of time and space itself, and that it equates on a whole different level. Because, like, okay, we're talking about Baruto, right? Baruto has a special eye that transcends what any of them have because of you can basically say bloodline lineage. So pretty much you would say that the eye is one thing, but now because of the added bloodline textures, it makes it to a whole nother thing. If that's the case, then just spreading that along the board just makes a whole nother freaking problem.
Bingo. And that was remember I told you that the movie that when Naruto wife was kidnapped and they explained to him why they did what they did because they said someone was coming. And they mentioned your child will be the target. I mean the guy was able to see past the present future what the kind of bloodline that would be.
But that's the problem, though. See, you saying the movie, right? But
That
notice one
Naruto
thing:
that
anime
that
and movies technically don't connect, and that's the crappy problem that we
And
have right
here's
it,
the other
it,
thing
it,
that hang on there 1 second. Like the average watcher will not sit there and take all the time to watch the movies and the anime. You have to keep that in mind.
and I watched everything. And
You
they were
are a hardcore fan, that's why. But the
and,
average watcher we're talking about.
and here's the thing. Remember we talked about it from the very beginning. Anime is not like cartoon. Manga is not like comic book. There's a level of consistency when it comes to the storytelling. And I think that was something was lost in America. America used to be good when it comes to storytelling. But these days, when we talk about all their favorite franchise from Transformers, from G.I. Joe, it's like the storytelling was not consistent, but they were trying to keep it going, trying to make sense of it. This
right,
was
like
a
this
well,
one, which is sort of off-putting a little bit.
it was off-putting with a well thought out story, but it had the complexity behind it. Because let's be real, how many ninja movies have we seen so far over the years? We have seen a lot of different ninja movies where they have a unique storyline, and you wish they can expand on the storyline so you can get an in depth what they're all about, right?
Uh,
It's not so. You have an anime that's based on ninjutsu and samurai, which is ironic, showed up in another village in all their jutsu style whatsoever, and they had like a unique political system in play. These ninja villages serve for a much bigger village or bigger society, and they have the not the Hokage, they have the kings, what we want to call them. They got an answer to. You know what I'm saying? And there was so much undercover bullshit that was going on. You had all them type of ops. The spy game was ridiculous. Let's be real. You got a village that has spies that spy on the other village, or these spies spy. It's like saying, What's up with this spy war?" And there was stuff that was going on behind closed doors. Even the spy was not able to catch on. They thought they had their grip on it, but they did not. And when you watch the storyline, people that you thought was on the side of good end up going the other side for a specific reason because of what happened in the last war. Were they being respected or they got backed out or like, nah, we will burn everybody. F that. So it had a
okay, I'll
very
only one thing
unique.
to add to that. If you thought that any of the so-called good guys were good guys, you're fooling yourself. They were never good guys. Trust me.
Bingo.
Anybody that knew when you saw Donzo, you knew Donzo was a piece of shit. Straight up. You don't trust no old fag like that and think that that dude is good. He just an old grump. Freak out of here.
Yo, the amount of brutality that he had done for him behind closed door. By the time Sake found out, it was like, let me get this straight. You got a hand in the obliteration of my clan. Not only
Forcing
that
his
you
own
did
brother
that,
to assassinate everybody, including his own parents,
not only that you did that, you had the audacity to have all their eye collected.
on one fatal flabbing arm.
And yo, yo, to find out your relative and your kinsman eyeballs was stuck in a one man arm and using it as a weapon. Dude, the amount of visual, it, and the funny about it, you're not gonna believe this. You gotta say this is so. Do you think that they got this idea from Hunter X Hunter?
Probably a little bit.
Eh, the only reason why I
Yeah,
don't say that, well, no, I think Hunter x Hunter got it from them because remember this one actually came. I think this one came out before Hunter x Hunter.
okay, I'll give you that. But you get the idea. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, we get the jujitsu.
When you're
Yeah,
when you're a heavy anime guy, you have to catch clues because that part of the storyline, even I myself, I was like, dude, he would get his head cut off multiple times and reseal back, and they cut it again and reseal it back, just for the torture of it. Like, dude, how you still a whole? And I'm sure he got more eyeballs stored somewhere else. He got like, you know how many eyeball on one arm that he had, and he had one underneath that he was hiding. That was
The
crazy.
trend I find interesting in this show is the eyeball thing.
Oh, that though these I just do it wasn't no small thing. If you want to compare that to weapon, it's like comparing them to nuke radioactive missile. They were very very destructive. The Uchiha clan was the clan that everybody had their eye on. That's how dangerous they, and the fact that the head village had a underground pass. Sake went in there because Orochimaru told him, you go underneath the clan shrine, they got something in there. They're playing about their bloodline. The Uchiha bloodline was another uh, Kekai Genki bloodline. Also very dangerous. Yuga bloodline was also dangerous. With the bug, he said there was a comparison between the Bakugan and the Sharingan.
no, there's a clear comparison.
They were
See
they were
the yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, because
Go
I was
ahead,
gonna
Wally.
say the Bakugan was more so to be able to see chakra, whereas the Sharingan was able to see movement and also copy techniques.
That's on the baseline.
Yeah,
On the Sharingan, when it's unlocked, there's certain factors to unlock the next level.
yeah. So for like for instance, Sasuke's was I think to take a life of a friend, which technically he sort of did without actually have to. But that was like a pretty much an emotional type of experience. So because of course Sharingans are linked to emotional experience, and that was that emotional experience that he had to go through. Same thing for people that came before him, like his brother, but he had a different because like each. Also remember, each of these different experiences also have a color tied to their spirit deities that they're all linked to. So
And
as you notice, Sasuke's was pretty much the purple one, which is more so you could say purple for being more mysterious and more dark and more shadowed. Which Sasuke is literally locked off because of the fact of his loss of his people. Whereas if you look at his brother had the red one, so you can sort of say he was more a more cheerful spirit, even though he had to go through a lot of crap.
and the thing that everyone have a very unique power. For example, Sake's brother can shoot out black flame that you can never quench.
Yes.
That can burn you until you turn to a crisp. Sake on have a very unique ability. The one that was more powerful are the one that it's almost like it freeze time. Like it was so many different ability that it was like unheard. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. That is crazy. But here's the bad part about it. When you get to that level, there's a side effect. When you use it too much, you end up becoming blind,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And the next level, when we have to, you bring you end up creating a god, the Tsunado god. And there was different version of those, which were different. Bakugan, that the base level they see the chakra line. The next level, you would say they're Boruto or his sister or the other guy who was a hitman. It was on different scale level. It was like saying there are level to it. But all I just do were too dangerous right off the back. The one that Itachi passed down to your brother was just the way it put you in a loop. Dude, imagine that type of jitter to put you in a loop. And you have to be, if you're not honest with yourself, you're, this is fucked up. This
No,
hearing it.
but the thing is, but this is why, like, literally, like, their clan was so, like, white. It's like, because with the Hooga clan, this is why you have Neji had to be locked off from it because one side of the clan had to be in, like, was able to do it, and the other one had to be locked up with a seal, right? To just keep, quote unquote, to keep it fair grounds.
Yeah, but Neji power surpassed them if it was locked off. So imagine it
Yeah, but the
was
problem is
not
he
locked
couldn't
off.
have full access.
That's the thing. Even though he didn't have full access, he still surpassed them. And
Well,
even
of course he surpassed him in skill, but surpassing in skill is
even
one thing.
his uncle, the leader of the clan, saw that, and you could tell he was bitter
Of course.
about that.
Even Neji was
They,
bitter because he know he was better. They know that, and they didn't want to admit it. Literally.
the fact that the guy had to die before he could see his full potential, and his uncle later on realized that what he did was so wrong, he had to ban it after Nick. No, seriously, it sound like that sounds like a Martin Luther King Jr. kind of thing. Someone had to die for you to make a law change. Really, really. Neji one of the coolest character. If he was alive now, man, he would have been broken.
That's what I'm talking about. This is literally what I'm talking about.
So he had to die for them to change the law. And later on, the dude became a grandpa, and he had to be the most sappiest grandpa ever. This man loved his grandson like god damn, like let the boy breathe, kind of grandpa. Yes, he know you love him, but god damn.
And then we're missing still one last piece of eye, because the only one eye that is the rarest one, but they never talk about, is the Gegekenkai. See, now this has no particular looking eye. It's really normal, but from a glass lens, this is literally bloodline related, strictly bloodline related type of eye technique. And if you know the one particular character I'm talking about, because his technique was literally like sacred as freak. His people were literally dead. Even his people were dead, because that technique, that eye was just so
I
powerful.
forgot who you're referring to. I'm trying to think of it.
I'm referring to that kid with the mask that they had to face with the ice. I forgot his
Spinning
name.
eye.
Not spitting eye. He had no type of special eye thing. It's just like his eyes were just special because of the bloodline within him.
Was it
But
Haku?
I think so. Yeah, he's the one with the mask. Yeah.
Because she was hanging out with Dabada, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. So she had the special Gegekenkai technique that was very. It was just unique for itself, because it's literally not transferable. You can't transfer it all. It must be bloodline related.
If you don't have the blood in you, you cannot use it. That's how. And then what I'm saying, this anime series, with a kind of series that you have to pay attention to every small details. If you had the time to write out a map of bloodline, clan line, if they blood mixed with this, do what you get, dude. That's work right there.
But you know what's even crazier? The crazy thing is, they lucky they killed off the Sasuke's father before he even did anything, because the Lord have mercy. You don't
Oh,
know what his Sharingan was supposed to be. Notice one thing: he
yo,
never used it. He never used it.
this is what I'm saying. The Uchiha bloodline was considered to be the ultimate threat. They made them at the police of the village. They cannot go beyond being a police, because if they get any other type of power beyond that, they become a major. To imagine that, that's a clan that was kind of like being treated like the clan in my country, the
Oh,
Igbo clan.
let's just call it for what it is. When you really think about it, the Otatsu. I know I'm saying this name wrong.
It's Uchiha clan. That's the
Well,
Sake,
not the Uchiha, but I'm talking about the top one. The top one. When you think
Seiji,
about that clan, they're
the
pretty
Seiji
much
clan.
like the Moors
Yeah,
of the world.
the
They're the
Seiju clan is like the
originators.
war.
And then everything else is just the children walking down, and they're just pieced that just at our special coordinates. And then when you think about it, now when you look at this part, the Uchiha clan is pretty much the black people. And guess what? That mofo that was on that
It,
side, racist as fuck. That dude was so
you,
freaking racist, yo.
you hit it on the nail.
The hatred, bro. The
You
hatred.
hit,
The moment he said,
yo,
"You Itachi scum," I'm like, bitch.
you hit it on the, yo. That's why Naruto was iconic, because there's so many things. It was so relatable when you're watching it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, you're watching from the Naruto first, watch every single episode in order. Go straight to Naruto Shippuden, watch everything in order. Then you watch Boruto. You'll see a changes. You'll see something that done it. Yes, the Uchiha clan is acting like the black clan or the African clan, because they were afraid of their powers. They were afraid of how powerful they are. The fact that you had to not only wipe them out and take their eye, seriously, don't sound familiar how they're doing black people over here, and you're gonna take our blood and do all type of experiment with our blood because you found something in our blood that's not in your goddamn blood to begin with.
Oh, not even just that. To the point that they try to hide the actual truth of what it is and what they already know. Like, come
Bingo.
on.
So believe me, Naruto. Whew, we didn't even, we barely we haven't even gone deep on Naruto, but Naruto he had a lot of controversy with him himself. Too many.
There's a lot we can go with. I mean, because when you think about it, Jiraiya. I mean, in a lot of sense, Jiraiya was pretty much like Naruto's stepdaddy. give or take. You can even
Um,
say step uncle in a sense.
no, it was more like a godfather because you know why?
Same thing.
Jiraiya
Then.
was
Yeah.
Jiraiya was Hinata, my mentor and master.
Yeah.
Because Minato was under Jiraiya.
Right. Exactly.
Jiraiya trained him.
Mhm.
Jiraiya became the godfather to Naruto. But he also knew about. The funny thing is, Jiraiya knew about the history of Minato's bloodline and his mom bloodline. But he had to keep his secret for a lot of reasons. This man was a
Yeah.
walk. This guy was a walking FBI agent.
But that's the
Moonlight.
thing, though.
Wait, hold. Let me say it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jiraiya was a walking FBI agent, moonlighted as the ultimate perv. He had to go to the woman bathroom to get inspiration for his novels.
And springs. Don't forget the springs.
Yeah, the spring also was even worse. And his number one fan is the ultimate shut-in monk. A walking FBI agent. How you would put it? He far worse than James Bond himself. James Bond was a walking FBI agent, but also a perv. He sleep with all the women. This one was doing way more than trying to sleep with all the women. And I believe he did sleep around. I believe Gerard did sleep around, but the fact that he don't have no baby mama is questionable.
I don't think so. He really slept around. He was really much more of an. He was just an eyeballing perp. I think more because if you think about it, no, because you have to think about it. Jiraiya had a love interest. He was in love with I forgot her name, but pretty much the other member of the Seven
Oh
Simons.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember. She the
Yeah,
Hokage herself.
yeah, because that was literally his love interest. They just never clicked.
It's not that it never clicked. It could never happen. It could,
Well,
the
yeah, that's what
level
I'm
of
saying. It never like
it, it,
it clicked. The bond was there, but they never went with it.
the complication of the position made it worse.
I wouldn't say the complication of the position made it worse. I think honestly, it's the simple fact of well, okay, you know what? No, I'll agree because I'll say this right. We all know what Jirai was doing. We all know, like Jirai was out there getting intel like a mother lover, but he was covering it by being this poetic sexist. He was covering
Poetic.
that.
Whoa. Time out. Time out. Poetic sexist. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
I
I'm
will
just
take that title. I'm gonna put it right there on the shelf. I'm gonna shine that bad boy because I will take that title and apply it to another character who might be the same way. Poetic sexist.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He was for sure that guy. He was
And,
just
and
that
he
guy.
have and he have a great line of novels that certain people had to hide, except for one person who can read that thing without even paying attention to the people watching him.
He had
Poetic
a full
sexist.
collection.
God damn.
Hey, I'm
Uh,
just saying. He was a pimp at it. He was a pimp ahead of most people. But look, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, so he had his love interest, but yeah, but he had to be locked out because of business taking over and he had to constantly be on the move.
and the fact that he haven't got punched for all the eyeballing he was doing from multiple places, and she haven't caught on to that, but she had an issue also. She had a gambling issue, just like she got from my grandfather.
Yeah.
If you think about it, she was Trump before Trump became Trump.
Okay.
They have two things in common. They get broke quicker than you think. No
Okay.
money management. No money management at all.
All right. Well, look, we're about to get to the 2 hour mark, so let's try to get through these
Yeah.
positions.
Next slide.
Did you read this one already?
Yeah, I did. No,
Okay.
wait, look. Let me see. Oh, no, I didn't read it one. Sorry. Hinata, Hinata Hyuga, wife, former heiress of the Hyuga clan. Yeah, that was Loma. Hinata was a member of the Hyuga clan known for the Bakugan and gentle fit fighting style. She played critical in Naruto life. Critical is not the word for it. Heavily critical.
Exceptional
Funny,
to his life.
Oh, it's supporting him emotionally and helping him to become the seventh Hokage. They're married, united. The Uzumaki clan, Hyuga clan, blending two extreme powerful bloodline. And another thing, forgot, she was a babe. She was the most better looking female character in the whole series, hands down.
Of course, if you have a thing for anime characters, a little hentai pervert.
To someone who like that hentai so much, you and Eric, don't stop right now.
Hey, you the one who brought her up, so she's the most attractive
I,
one in there.
I, I didn't. I think she was the most attractive of all the female character. I didn't say she was moonlighted and she had a only fan. I didn't say that, did I? Okay then. Anyway, Naruto direct family after Shippuden. Naruto Uzumaki's son. He was smart but too egotistic. Very, very entitled. Naruto inherited his father's stamina and chakra wisdom and his mother Bakugan lineage. He awakened the Jogan. That was the name of it. The Jogan is a very unique eye with the ability to link to the. Oh, remember that I said that the Osuki clan. That was the mixture of the bloodline. That was the bloodline that the man was telling from the moon that your son will be target. You have to carry karma and steal from Momoshiki Osuki, making him even more powerful. That still was a mark because they realized his bloodline was needed. Boruto was like put to be on watch 24/7, but his father was watching him in a very unique way, which is kind of like, dude, you know about someone being overworked? I remember Obama 8 years in the office. He was doing a lot of reading. Yeah, but he was nowhere near what Naruto had to go to. No offense. Yeah, he became a Hokage. Yeah, first day on the job. Bum, bum, bum,
Boatload of
bum.
freaking papers. That thing is just insanity.
Yo, that anime was so iconically funny for that part. The moment you fight for that particular title and you get the title, yes, I'm Hokage. They want you to enter the office. Bum,
Papers.
bum, bum, bum. Here's your work.
Madness. I would never want to be a Hokage.
But here's the joke though. There was a part that Sake was showing shade at him for that. Cause you know why? Sake was like dodging the bullet. He like, so this what the Hokage is for. I'm glad I didn't have to pick it. I enjoy my moonlighting, having long distance trip, business trip. I'm able to go around. I don't have to
Right, where
be.
the action's at. No, screw the
I don't.
paperwork.
I don't have to be locked up in the office. And you got a peer of yours who is far worse than anyone you can ever think of. He said he will be your liaison. Dude,
Yes.
making sure, nigga, please, you ain't just a pen. I will shout out just to your ass. You like complete all the damn paperwork. Yo, talking about bullshit workload. And let's say for the sake of it, you'd able to finish 2 or 3 pile of paperwork, do it out cold. You come back to work the next day, those 2 or 3 pile and it become 5 or 6 pile. Like nigga, how much work do you have to do? Uh oh. I think someone unlock a jitsu on Wally.
Yeah, I was about to ask you what happened on Wally. Did he get disconnected?
He may got a connection issue by accident. Maybe that.
Yeah, go ahead, keep going for now.
So that's what I was saying about Naruto. Naruto had it bad. So I don't understand why someone want to be a Hokage anymore. If you had to get an office, run the village, and you deal with paperwork upon paperwork, you can't even take a let him try it to sneak out to do paperwork. Now, here's the joke about this anime. Black Clover had a similar type of frame of the leader. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Go back to the last one with the kid because I haven't done with that one.
Yeah, no,
Because
give me a moment because I need to set this up.
oh yeah, 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 I remember. Yeah, we to the back. In Black
Yeah.
Clover, the leader of that kingdom, He always skipping out from work, and he got his assistant always looking for him. Where are you? Where are you? You got work. The guy is not doing an
Where is
excellent
it?
job. He's not doing an excellent job locking down his leader. Unlike what Naruto had to go through, you got a dude who got shadow jutsu that no matter where you go, he will tie your ass down, drag your ass back here. Like you're not leaving an orphan. Like, dude, what upon fighting for leadership just to be drowned in paperwork? You gotta sign this, you gotta read this, you gotta sign this, you gotta read this, you gotta prove this, you gotta prove that, you gotta do this. Now, you think about it, what did Trump do? Watch TV, man, don't read.
And drink Pepsi Zero.
That's no leader.
Expensive Pepsi
If that's
Zero.
your, if that's your leader, the country's in doom. Oh, newsflash, we already in doom already. My bad. That's the thing. While we're waiting for the other slide for the other kid of Naruto, who were considered to be a walking time bomb, who considered to be a threat to all male society. Keyword all male. If you piss her off, I'm not trying to save your ass. You could keep me out of it. That's exactly what it was. But I'm telling you, this series, this franchise, I don't know. I've seen
You gotta
multiple
keep
games
pulling
they
up.
made. I've seen multiple games they made for this franchise, which was cool. But where I felt like if you want to do the ultimate game, if I was the game developer, if I was, so to speak, let's see. While waiting for him to find that link, let's go back to the notes when I had it.
No, I have it. It's right there. I don't know if you guys see it down
I
there.
know. We were talking about Himawawi Uzumaki, the daughter. She also inherited Bakugan at a young age, displaying immense potential. Unlike Boruto, she is more gentle, aka like an angel, but had a latent powerhouse strength. Once, once knocking out Naruto with one strike. No, well, you forgot what the top three we put in there. She knocked out both Naruto and Karuma out with one strike. Are you in the bag? So that's the thing about it. But the thing is, this series, I hope it come back. There we go. Unlike Boruto, she is more gentle but had a latent powerhouse strength. I won't call it a powerhouse. She beyond powerhouse. And I'm glad that can never be my daughter nor my sister because shit. Imagine you have a Dr. Haku, no, Dr. Haku, the job, what we want to call it, personality in a daughter. When she pissed, she snapped. No needed. Now we're connecting to the Asuki clan. Naoko Asuri connection playing a role in a long-standing feud between Asura and Indra. That's what it did.
Yeah,
Asura,
Indra.
Asura and Indra, Asuki, are considered both the yin and the yang, right? But Asura and Indra Asuki were both son of the sage or six pad, who mother was the mother of all chakra and Jitsu. But thing about Asura and Indra, they both were conflicted, but they all both have a purpose. Naruto was the reincarnation of Asura. Sake was the reincarnation of Indra. That's what it was. The ancestor of the Uchiha clan was totally correct. The conflict is mirrored in the rivalry even in brotherhood with Sake Uchiha, the reincarnation of Indra. Though the Tick of powers, Naruto became the true successor to the sage of Tick, bridging the gap between ninja and divine power. Yet he did became that, but it's not just him. Remember, It was only him and Sake that could fight off the Osukis because they both had the unique bloodlines, and they both have that untapped well of strength to fight against them. Nobody else could not. Then what I say, this franchise have much a deeper storyline concerning that.
Yeah,
What
but I
what
think
happened?
the only thing is I will give this is the only thing I will say because I know a lot of people will say, well, the only reason Sasuke was even able to fight that was able to even fight at that level was because he had to obtain the what are those eyes? Because that's the other eye we didn't talk about yet. But
The Renegade.
yeah, the
Like,
Renegade. The Renegade. He had to obtain the Renegade, which then combined the Renegade to even fuse with his Sharingan to then even be able to get that a massive power.
but
Let me
because
jump
of
here
it,
for a second, guys. I want to say something really fast. So, if I was a new fan to the series,
Mm.
just came across it, it seems like if I just came across the stream, for example, and you guys are talking about, this was a couple episodes. It seems like the bloodline of each family is the most important thing about this show.
Yeah,
bad.
in most
Eh,
cases, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's that bad because every bloodline have a certain factor to it. Now, when you're mixing certain bloodline, it either unlocks something good or it unlocks something devastating. That that's the shittiness about this whole franchise. Like it's like saying some bloodline is not allowed to mix with another bloodline for the sake of humanity, so to speak.
Well, not even just that, but even some bloodlines, like for instance, there are certain people's bloodlines, they're not even mentioned in this. For instance, we do not know Sakura's last name. Why not? Because you don't have no bloodline. There's a lot of characters in here that don't have a lot of bloodlines in their last name that we don't know about.
That because there has not been an in-depth storyline behind it yet, or maybe you have to wait
I
because
no, because
remember that.
they're not that important. Because you got to think about it too, right? Because one thing is, and this is why I find it very like we say like I know Naruto is really good, but even then, I'll still say that there is some decent like there's some small inconsistencies that some people may or may not care about, but that are still actually something you want to care about. Because let's be
You got a point.
honest,
You got a point.
so Sakura is the main thing. Because if you're gonna put her at as one of the number one team that's supposed to be important, aka Team Seven, and she don't even have a last name that will link her to a lineage, it's sort of like very untelling because it's like, okay, well, she's the one character that no one really cares about because she's always following behind Sasuke and Naruto, anyways.
Uh,
And the only time she really got up there was because of the fact that she was pretty much the student of the Seven Sanis student, which funny enough, because all three of them of Team Seven became the student of the Sanis. Literally, all three of them. Literally. And
it is,
it's so
and you're right. This is why I say when it comes to storytelling, we have to be honest. And that's what I'm saying. When I always mention One Piece storytelling is one element you have to look at, even though they got 1,000+ episodes. But all it does is plug in the gap of information that is actually needed to let you know why this is what it is. That unique storytelling, if you want to make a masterful game or the whole entire One Piece from beginning to end, shoot, that could be almost like 50 gigs or maybe more. For the simple fact, the first piece of the game will be almost 20+ gigs to download onto your PS5 or PS4. That's the actual fact. That's number one. And the map and the world itself. Talk about you having a huge map. So there's a lot of storytelling in place in One Piece. Naruto is fall in the same category, but like what he was saying, there's some inconsistencies in the storytelling that leave some gap out. Like you said, bloodline it seems to be the main issue in this storyline. There's a lot of unique bloodline based on certain family bloodline,
yeah,
but there's
because
some
I
people's
love
storyline you don't know what kind of bloodline they're from, and it seems like you don't know their last name, you don't know what their clan are. It's like it's
so
left
I
out on purpose.
so look, I'll even go further. So if you remember, Neji is another one. Neji don't even well not Neji, but yeah, Neji. Yeah, Neji don't even have a background story. He don't got a last name as far as I can remember.
No, they did have a background story, but it considered because of his father.
No, no, I'm saying yeah, but I'm saying he don't have like he does not have a background, clan, lineage, none of that. It's just him.
It's just
So
him,
he, so
and
that's what
him,
I'm saying. Like,
and his life got cut short
whoa,
based
actually,
on.
no, no, no. I'm saying Neji. No, wrong one, wrong. Damn. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm talking about Rock Lee. I don't know why I phased out like that.
Rock
Rock Lee.
Lee, Rock Lee's storyline is pieces here and there.
It's pretty much slanted as this is the character. That's it. And this is what I'm saying. Like, there is no in depth because like him. Like for those that don't know, there are certain people that don't have chakra. There's people that straight up hands and weaponry,
And Rock Lee's
like
one
his
of them.
girlfriend, like his wifey, straight up no chakra, just weaponry. There's a lot of people in the ninja world don't even have chakra at most cases.
But in his
And
case, he does have the 5 gates he opens once in a while.
Yes, but
yeah,
that's
but
not chakra. That's something
that
way more different.
Oh, I
that's
know, I know, I know. I'm saying, I'm just bringing that up
yeah,
to the
Yeah,
attention.
yeah, yeah.
what Rock Lee had was something far too dangerous, and his master got criticized for that. Because the reason why what he was teaching Rock Lee, there's a limitation to how many gates you're allowed to open.
Yeah, I think it's like what the fourth gate is like the limit, and then after that is it.
No, there's 6 gates.
Well, I know.
When you
I'm saying
once you
I
open
think
when you open the
three or
fifth
four was
gate,
like the limit.
you're close to death door. You're close to dying,
Oh hell yeah.
literally.
He was lucky though because Naruto saved his behind from death.
What? Rock Lee Master was lucky that man supposed to be dead, dead.
Gone. But I ain't gonna lie though, he paid the ultimate sacrifice for good fighting combat because that thing was nice.
Dude, the fact that he had the fake sage or sick path on the run, dude could not understand like this dude rival Jujutsu bad. I'm talking about
Literally, it was literally said that that was his best competition. To sit there and say that for a guy that has no jutsu at all, just straight up combat in that inner gates, and you trying to tell me this is how bad you have to go, like this is how bad you got to find someone to actually give you competition.
yeah,
That's horrible.
it was that bad. And even though the guy was dying, the villain was like, "Thank God he died. If he wasn't die, I'm like, dude." The villain was praying for the guy to die because he couldn't take it. The beat down he was taking, he was on the rope.
It's crazy.
Yo, I'm telling you
Yes.
guys, we entered the final. We're on the end of our show. I'll put like this, you guys. This show,
There's so much different dimensions to this. Like, well, not dimensions, but pretty much a lot of different areas of pinpoints that are so much integrate in this entirely. It's like it goes back. So we haven't even touched like even further extensions. Like there's the black sand. There's a whole lot of things we can go towards.
and that's the thing about it because even though the last slide would be about the final thought, the thing about this show, if you want to enjoy this franchise, I would advise you take your time to digest it. It's a very good franchise, but you will see what we are talking about the family bloodline, about the history, about the significance of their blood, why it's very important and why it's not important, why certain bloodlines should never mix, why certain bloodline it's okay for you to mix, why certain bloodline open a bad omen, aka the Uzumaki clan bloodline and the Hyuga clan bloodline coming together to make that special child called Baruto, which end up being the target.
I mean, we're only talking about that. I mean, technically, they made a future like prediction. I think because pretty much Baruto gets with what's her
You,
name,
you,
Sakura.
your Suki clan.
No, 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 no. It's Baruto with Sasuke's daughter. Because they predicted they get together and then they link up their own kid, and that kid is like co-op with both eyes.
Let me ask you guys a question before we go. Now Naruto, the Nine Tails, does he ever master that?
Yes, you see them in Shippuden.
No, he did master it in Shippuden, but the thing is, he mastered it so bad when in Boruto he was almost considered broken, literally,
Oh yeah.
almost considered broken. Because on in the power level, him and Sake were the actually two strongest being hands down that can deal with the main villain. Everybody else could not keep up with them. That's how powerful they really were. Naruto had the shuriken in him, but Sake had no shuriken, and he was still dangerous. The both reincarnation of Asura and
Yeah,
Indra.
yeah, look, when you get a
Or she,
Rinnegan, trust me, you up there.
she, and the fact that he can see the shadow while Naruto can feel the shadow. Naruto don't have to see, but he can feel it. He can sense it when it's like it was a man. They were like yin and yang. When they fighting together against someone, it was like they had one of the best fights in Boruto, hand down. It was really that epic.
Yeah. Let's see here.
But it just goes to show you why the storyline itself, as they go further into the episode to where it ended off last, it lets you know. I won't give you a spoiler alert, but if I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert, it looked like Naruto almost died, but someone had to make a sacrifice to keep him alive. Would have kind of effed up though. But I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
because
watch it
technically
all the way
that
through.
form that they did was never supposed to be used that way.
Oh, I know that form that Kuman told him, he was not supposed to do that. It was like a last ditch. It was like almost like Bleach when Ichigo did that final good saga, and he thought he lost his power completely. Now we're like, you couldn't lose your power because his bloodline mixed up too. He also had a mixed up bloodline.
I mean, if I had to compare
This
it,
was weird.
if I was gonna compare, because I honestly that level of doing that was pretty much right there on the sixth, not the sixth path, but the six inner gates. That was really on that type of level. Like the moment you do that, you're pretty
Pretty
much
much.
flaming off of energy and then light force at that point, which is why it was a deadly risk factor. Even though technically, I mean, once again, this is why I said that Karama is like pretty much is like a spirit deity because it's like technically he's dead, but technically he's not. Which is why it's very off-putting when they do this, because like you may as well say, couldn't we just call it an offspring? Like just clear, like let's say it's an offspring. Like okay, you got a new spirit baby, and it's in your daughter. Like, can we just do that? Like, it just makes more sense that way.
So so trust me, Naruto is a very conflicting character of itself. You gotta watch it all the way through to see what we're talking about, and you be like, and you will catch on when you watch all the way to the end of Boruto, where is that? You're like, nah, it's not over. There's something more to this.
Well, one thing's for sure. Going back to what Spartan asked, as far as just understanding Naruto, if you're a new watcher to this, one thing's for sure, history is big in this whole thing. History amongst Naruto is
Big
big.
time.
Like it is big time. It's like it's the piece that you want to know about or you have to have just to connect the dots, just to get slightly familiar to the overall standings of how this is all going down. Because it really much gets very heavy once you get to like Shippuden, because it's like now that's really when you want to start connecting dots here.
I
And I think
personally,
in
I'm
that
sorry, David.
history,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I apologize.
it's all right, it's all right. There's something about the word history. Some of the best anime have a history built up in it. If you don't understand the history, you're not going to understand the storyline. You're not going to enjoy the show.
Right. Because
Am I wrong, Ghost of Sparta?
No, what I was gonna say, I think Naruto was good. It was good, but Shippuden was better. I can't talk about Naruto because I haven't seen it yet. From what I got up to, I think
Hey,
Shippuden will. It gets better and better. I cannot wait to get to the Ninja War part. I heard that's like incredible.
oh, that took now. See, when the Ninja War part, that opened the door to a whole bunch of stuff. We're talking about now. You take the juice to a whole nother level. You get find out there's magma. Like, okay, wait a minute. First, we know we have the fire, the earth, the wind, the water, and all this electricity. Now we
All
get
the different
magma.
styles.
Oh, okay, nice. It's like you're getting all the type. You're getting everything out of the mix. It's like watching Avatar: The Airbender. You get to find out you get an extra bending.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, that one was funny. You could bend metal now. You could bend magma. You
Seriously?
could bend all. I like,
Ben Sand.
I stopped watching that shit a long time ago. I got stupid.
dude, dude. It got no. It didn't get stupid. It's like fundamental. You have earth, fire, wind,
What?
water, and air. Right?
Yeah.
When to earth, earth is the source. What the root of earth? You got metal bending. You got sand bending. So you have to figure out all those land. Water.
You got blood
Oh
bending,
gosh.
especially in the moon.
The-
Bro, the moment you get blood bending, you're pretty much just dead. You pretty much got everyone dead.
That right there is a broken bloodline.
Forget bloodline. That's just a
Then
broken technique.
there you go. Then you have fire. You learn fire, you can branch out and learn thunder and some other type of crazy technique.
And magma.
You learn air. Air. I'm sorry. Fire, you can learn magma
Yeah.
too, yeah. Air. You learn air. To get the full active, you have to detach yourself from the world to end up flying.
Which is technically forbidden.
Like, it was
Don't forget this.
ridiculous.
There,
It
it
became,
was even worse because you know what it was too. This how bad it is, ladies and gentlemen. The moment you a true master at airbending, you pretty much can literally just freaking kill someone in an instant because you just take their air out of their freaking bodies. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, no.
oh, you want to curse me out? You know what? You don't need to breathe.
I had them choking for the you. Hey, we all know the force. Just wrap their hands. You just and then wrap them around their throats. Now this is
No, no, no,
rarely the
no, no.
force.
No.
Rip their
Either
life force out of them.
you're the extreme matter of air bending, you take people air, or you're the extreme matter of water bending, and you talk to blood bending. You say, you know what? Hold on. Let me come here. Slap yourself. How about that? Now, I'll be honest though. If I could blood bend, I can frame you up on purpose for a lot of
A
things.
lot of people can frame up a lot of
For
people on purpose. That's why it's bad.
what? I'll make you rob somebody. I'll make you delete somebody. I'll make you somebody. And you can't say I did it because there's no evidence that I did it.
This is why it's banned, ladies and gentlemen. This is why certain things are banned, restricted.
Yo, they banned that series. They banned blood bending. So let's end this show right now
Yeah. Let's finish this out. Let's finish this.
because in the last time we already given our final thought about it already. That will be the final small slide. The thing about this show, you take it from Peter, go to Sparta. Watch Naruto first. Pay key close attention to the history, the introduction to a lot of history they will bring to you. When you get to Naruto Shippuden, oh, it gets much deeper.
And FYI
I'm
for everybody
guaranteeing
who's
that.
going to be watching it, it is a long series. It's not going to be done in one, two, three. Not Naruto.
No,
You can get it done in 2 months easily if you watch one episode every day. Yeah, Serving, I've been watching it
One
for off
episode
and on
every
for a while.
day. No, you're not getting that one done every day. One episode
Naruto, the
every day.
original?
Yeah, there's 220 episodes.
Yeah, if you watch, oh, I'm sorry,
on
2 episodes a day.
Naruto,
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is,
and
Shippuden is a very long series. Just keep that in mind when you get into it. Not like One Piece. That's ridiculous. It's out of control.
and here, the- here the thing. Naruto is 220 episodes. Naruto Shippuden is 500 episodes.
What about
Now
Boruto?
look, if you get
How many
hooked, oh
episodes is
yeah,
that?
you can be done with that because trust me, binge watching is a lovely thing. These times is a lovely thing nowadays. So binge watching that is
Boruto,
just
All right,
crazy.
let's get it over the schedule and let's get you guys out of here. So tomorrow, Paul will be running the show. He's going to be talking about the John McClay complex. Tune in and watch what he has to say about that. He's going to be running the show tomorrow night. On Saturday, we're going to be talking Kylo Ren versus Darth Vader. Who's better, grandfather or grandson? Let's find out. And on Sunday, I've been working on this for a while. I'm proud to announce, been saying this for a while, our comedian, veteran, Dwayne White will be on the show. Please tune in. I've been put a lot of work to get this guy in here, and I called in a lot of favors, and I kissed a lot of ass to get him on. So, hey, I admit it. I kissed some ass to get his ass in here. So, you guys have anything else before we get out of here?
Watch them out after kissing asses.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna score you later. Don't worry. All right.
Okay.
Wally?
What else can I say in this mix? I'll say this: what was very unique about Naruto, as far as a TV series, is the two main characters, which is Naruto and Sasuke. They pretty much had the same thing happen to them overall throughout the whole series, as far as losing their family and their bloodline, all down the stretch. The only difference is, at least, Sasuke had his still intact, and in a sense, Naruto did too, since technically, Pain was technically an Uzumaki, which also the other chick was also an Uzumaki, but there ain't no real connection between those two at all. It's just within the clan overall. But one thing is for sure, these two really much made a very powerful relationship, which is why they're the reincarnations of the two brothers, because they pretty much really went through the same things, just in different ways. So yeah, this was very poetic. Naruto was very poetic in an actionary scenery.
All right, David. Anything else before we close this out?
Anything? I would say this is the great show, so you should do great on that one. You'll work more on it, but this
Oh
episode
yeah, I forgot to mention you guys' show. I'm
was kind
sorry.
of like was
Yeah,
interested in it deeply.
yeah. Next week, guys, are gonna be going over Attack of the Titans.
Oh Lord.
On Titan. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have no information on that, so I'm gonna stick that one out.
Yeah, so look, ladies and gentlemen, for that next show, that's going to be all David. Yeah, he's going to be running that long term. I'm just the one just sliding off because, honestly, I have not really watched Attack on Titans, only a small few. But look, yeah, I do understand the backdrop history on that, but the overall, not really my favorite thing to watch, respectfully.
All right, guys.
I have watched
as always,
about maybe 2 or 3 seasons of it.
You're better than me. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Part of me
I
just
personally I couldn't get into it. That's why I didn't watch it. But anyway, guys, let's get out of here. We all have to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna have a long day ahead of me. So, David, one last thing.
Nothing
No? Okay.
more. Looking forward for next week.
All right.
I hope you enjoyed
Wally?
this episode. Leave your comment.
Yes. Let me say one thing. I'm gonna throw this out there. For all y'all that like to sit here and shit on Sasuke, talking about he was over here with what y'all like to sit here and say, what's that word? What's that key word y'all like to say?
Peekaboo?
No. Peekaboo, really? The freak? Damn it. Plot armor. Y'all like to say Sasuke had a lot of plot armor. And look, last time I checked, when you got a freaking Jinchuriki, you got plot armor too. Miss me. I went there. Miss me.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. All right, guys, as always, this was a Spartan HQ Network. This was Anime Unlocked. You have David, a.k.a. the most incredible man in the world, Mr. Gigolo himself. And we got my boy, Wally, co-hosting. I just jumped in and say hi. As always, I am Ghost of Sparta. Stay fresh, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.